Need your wash?
Son of a bitch.
You just got charged. Classic.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Sarge here, and welcome back to the channel for your lovely Monday. To kick things off today, my gold will run out by the end of the week. Friday is my last day for videos to be made. Now, like I said in the last video, I will be trying to pre-record videos so I can upload them as after my gold runs out, so I can keep entertaining you all. But if I can't and the videos stop on Friday, you all know why. But let's get right down to business. This is the Jagdtiger, Tier 9 German TD. This is a line I have chosen for the best tank store line. Now, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, it may be a little biased, but this is just the tank store that I have seen people do well in, I have done well in, and is the easiest to play. There's no special how can you say, play styles you need to have to play this specific vehicle. Maybe some angling, maybe some stealth, but it's all really just find a good spot and rain hell on your enemies, because you have a lot of penetration and a lot of damage output. But it isn't about the tank itself, it's about the line, isn't it? Yes it is. Yes it is indeed. We will take a look at that today. I have been murdered on the comments section, people trying to get this video out. I have crunched some numbers. I have a paper here with a lot of stats on it, and I have just I've reviewed forums. I've looked at gameplay. I've played, you know, a certain number of these TDs. I've crunched numbers. I've just looked at overall feedback on forums and Facebook sites and whatnot. And people prefer this, as I've seen at least. That's what I've seen. I've researched a little bit, and it's just what I enjoy playing too. And I've had a lot of fun and a lot of success on this line. There hasn't been a single tank I have absolutely hated the guts out of, except the Ferdinand for a little bit. But let's get right into it. You start off with tier 1. No one gives a fuck about the Jagdtractor. No one gives a fuck. But the Panzerjäger at tier 2. This thing is actually pretty good. I like it. It's got a good 47mm gun. You got 62mm of penetration at tier 2, and that's more than enough to deal with most tanks. And the armor is just not even look at the armor. It's got no armor. Basically, yeah. Look at this cute little thing. It's so cute. It's really fun. It's just like, hey, you know, the low tiers are just something to have fun with. There's not really MLG gameplay going on. You got a 95 horsepower engine. This thing is just so cute. And there's the armor. Yep. 5 to 14 overall. But the next tank, the Marder 3. Now the Marder 2. Marder 3 is another place. Marder 2. This thing gets a good gun at this tier. A tier 5 75 Pak 40. This is a good gun. Look at this. At tier 3 you get 108mm of penetration and 110 damage with 12.5 rounds per minute. That's a shockingly good reload for a great gun. Tier 5 gun on a tier 3 tank. This thing will roast everything that, like, let's see, tier 6 heavies don't have 100 armor. I don't believe. I think the KV-85 has like 90 or 80. This tier 3 can fuck that thing up. That's insane. But anyway, let's move on. If you're going down the line I've chosen for you, you're not going to go down Arty. You're not going to go down the low armored stealth tanks. You're going to go down the Jaegeru line. So you come to the Hetzer. The Hetzer is built from, it's a Panzer 38T, so it's a Czechoslovakian in nature build. But you can go straight to the Stug 3G from the Hetzer, or you can go down these guns. This tier 4 gun isn't that good. It's the Stu K40, and it's not a good gun. It's just not at tier 4. It's a tier 4 gun, but there's so much better. Trust me. You get this 75mm Pak 39, 110mm of penetration, and 110 damage. Pretty damn good at this tier. Then you don't move, but you get a better gun. Not better gun. You have the same gun. You have a better engine and better tracks. So you're a lot more maneuverable. Then you can go up. You have a choice to make between guns here. You can go for the same gun, but with a better engine and a better radio, or you can go for this dirt package, the 105 Stu H42. This thing it's a derp gun. It's got 64 millimeters of penetration and it does 350 average damage. The derp gun is really fun if you can get it into the right match. If you can get into a tier 4 game, most things, besides a Matilda of course, and like a B1, don't have a lot of armor. And if you get behind them especially, you can do a shit ton of damage. Trust me, I haven't had it, but I've seen lots of gameplay of the derp gun on the Hetzer. It's fun as shit, looks like. I just went for this gun right here, the 75, because this gun's a piece of shit. I have to get this gun right here. So I got it, this at least, and then I got this just Stug 4. Because when it boils down to it, it's just tier 4. You don't want to spend too much time on tier 4. Let's move on to tier 5. The Stug 3G. Now you get the same tier 4 gun that you had on the stock Hetzer, but you can definitely upgrade really fast to the Pak 39. And you get up to an even better gun, a tier 6, 75 Pak 42. This gun has 150 millimeters of penetration at tier 5. That is knuckin' butts. .33 accuracy is pretty damn good this tier 2. 135 damage with 13 shots per minute. So the guns are looking pretty good, are they not? You got a tier 6 gun at tier 5 with 150 millimeters of penetration. That's pretty damn good. Now, let's move on to tier 6, where things start to get pretty greasy. Pretty damn greasy. You start off with the 75 that you had on most of the tanks before that were good at the low tier, but not good anymore. It's tier 6. A little bit behind. You definitely don't... You can pick this gun. That's the derp. And then you can get this gun, which is the same gun you had, but you get better tracks, so you can traverse a lot better. Then you can get to this tier 6 gun, the 75-42 that you had on the last tank. And you can upgrade even more to the first 88. This is the first tank in this line that gets an 88, the good old 88. Or you can keep the same gun right here, but I really don't recommend that. The 88 is a really good, solid, sturdy gun. You got 145 millimeters of penetration, a little bit less than this gun, but the damage output is worth it, at least for me. At this tier, a lot of things, well, if you get into a tier 8 battle, of course, you know, tier 8 battle, things have 200 plus. You know, you're not going to be able to penetrate them without APCR with 171. I mean, still 200 plus. Yeah, you're not going to penetrate that either. But I'm just saying, there's going to be things at this tier, you get into a tier 7 or 8 game, that you're not going to be able to penetrate with this gun. And that's a risk I took. And I had a lot of success with this tank. At tier 6, with 220 average damage, you can really screw some things up with 11 shots per minute. 88 is just a solid gun. I recommend this gun with this tank. Then we get up to the Jagdpanther. This is a really, really good tank. I had a lot of fun with my Jagdpanther, and I was successful almost every game. I didn't get shit on, like, no games, I swear. Anyway, you start off with the tier 6 gun that you had on the Stug 3, I believe. Oh, damn it, I hate when I do that. The Stug 3. Then you upgrade immediately to the 88 that you had on the Panzer 4. Same stats, same everything. 11 shots per minute, 145 penetration, 220 damage. Then you upgrade to this even better. This is the great tier 8 gun. This is the awesome. This is the L71. This is the iconic 88mm gun with 203mm of penetration, 9 shots per minute, a little bit slower fire rate, but you get 20 more average damage with it, 240. So with this 88mm gun, I had a lot of fun in. Then I got up here and you get a better engine upgrade. I'm not sure, what does this do? Better tracks. Okay, these both get better tracks. You get 100, yeah. So this gives you a lot more engine power. Let's see what we get here. We get 650 to A70. Oh yeah, I remember this package. This thing was zipped through everywhere. You get to a good spot, good bush really fast, and you can just roast all day. If you sit back behind that bush and make sure the bush is opaque, you got your camo net, a camo crew. You can really kick some serious ass with this thing. I am not joking. You have a choice to make. Well, once you get to here, you can just skip these 2 packages, and these 3 packages actually. You can get the 105 Pak L52, which does more damage. 320 versus 240. Fire rate's a lot slower though, 7 rounds per minute, so you lose about 2 more shots. With a little bit less penetration. Just 3 less penetration. A little bit worse accuracy too, .34 as opposed to .33. I personally don't like this gun. For 203,000 silver, and I forgot how much XP it was, it's not worth it. I don't like this gun. This gun cursed me through the Ferdinand after this tank. I hated it. It's just at this tier on the next tank, it's just so bad, and I don't like the slower reload. The 88 is more than enough. It's a good. The 88 is just a good average fire rate and damage output. You don't want to do a shit ton of damage, but you want to reload good and fast. With the 88 on the Jagdpanther, you can track damage. You can keep your enemies immobilized while doing damage at the same time. It's just a great gun. I recommend the 88mm on this tank. Stay at this package right here. This is the golden package. But if you really prefer this 105mm gun, go for it. I mean, I know that my playstyle and likings aren't the same as you all's. If you really feel comfortable with this 105 gun, go for it. I just recommend the 88 because I had a lot more success with it than the 105. With the 105, I got one shot in him, but then the tank would get to cover and I wouldn't be able to get a second shot in. Well, as opposed with the 88, I'd be able to get 2 shots in and do more damage in turn. Because usually as a TD, you're back far, you're way back far. You're trying to snipe, and enemies like run across the field like, hey. He's like, oh shit, TD. He tries to run, get to cover. You can get more shots in if you have a faster reload. But with a lot slower, with a lot lower damage gun like the British, you don't do any damage at all because you have to get a lot of shots in to do any damage. Anyway, let's move on. Here you have a choice to make. Jagdpanther 2 versus the Ferdinand. Jagdpanther 2 is a paper tank. It was never actually conceived. Ferdinand, however, was built. It was built. It's based on the Tiger Porsche chassis after Hitler decided to take the Henschel design over the Porsche design for reliability issues. So, those built chassis for the Tiger P were then converted into a tank destroyer called the Ferdinand, or Elephant. Let's take a look at the Jagdpanther 2. This is purely based on your playstyle. The Jagdpanther 2 and the Ferdinand have the same assortment of guns. You start off with a good L71 88 to start off with, and it's a good gun. It's got good penetration. The 88 is just a good gun. All right, I keep saying it, but it's just a good gun. Developed on the basis of the Panther 2, this vehicle was to be equipped with a 128mm gun, with the cabin to be located in the rear. Existed only in blueprints. So it's a Panther adapted to a tank destroyer, which was designed to hold a 128mm gun, but was never built. So, Jagdpanther, right? You hear the word Panther in there. That means it's a Panther chassis, and it has the Panther armor. The upper plate is trash at this tier. The lower plate is trash at this tier. Everything, the back is trash. Back's trash and everything. What am I saying? The only good armor you have is this back part where your gun is. You have. I'm not sure exactly how much you have back there. I know you have 121 to 160, but at that slope, it's hard for tanks at this tier to penetrate that. At tier 10, they're gonna go right through. It's not that much armor. Yeah, things can just go right through it. But if you angle, you can do even more. And then you have a little belt around the gun. Which is the gun mantlet is just a bunch of space. Yeah, there's space. There's some more space. Yeah, so don't shoot the gun mantlet. Just shoot at the hole. If it's hold down, just shoot at one of the cheeks here, and try to reduce the angle as much as possible. But you have the same 3 assortment of guns. You have the 88 to start off with, the 105 to upgrade to, and then you have the mouse gun, the 128 Pack 44. This is the same gun you have on the mouse. At tier 8, it's an incredible gun, because you can fucking almost one-shot tier 6s. It's awesome. Believe me. The Ferdinand, once you got the last package, was so fun. But this is Jagdpanther 2. Alright? With this tank, you're going to be a lot more maneuverable. You're going to be a lot more stealthy. So, if your playstyle is running around the map being stealthy, Jagdpanther is your baby. Jagdpanther is your girl. Jagdpanther 2 is your girl. But if you want to go up and expect to take hits, you're not going to do well in this thing, because it's a Panther chassis, and it's even a Panther chassis at tier 8. The Panther armor at tier 7 isn't good, alright guys? Alright, so stealthy, maneuverable is your thing with this tank. If that's your playstyle, go for it. I just like the Ferdinand better, because it has armor. Granted, not really good armor, but more armor enough to bounce some shells. Let's take a look at the Ferdinand. So you can tell right away it's the Tiger P chassis. It's got the insane just bunch of bolted armor on the front, and it's got the little cheeks on the side where you couldn't angle in the Tiger P. God, I hated that. You can't angle in this thing very well either, because that just makes that flat, and that's even thinner than the front armor. So you want to face straight at the enemy, unless you're hold down. If you're hold down, you cover up these cheeks, and this back part, which is angled a little bit, can be angled, and you can aim reasonably enough to the side of them. Developed on the chassis of the Porsche Tiger, with a total of 90 vehicles produced in April and May 1943, they first saw combat in Battle of Kursk, Operation Citadel. These things, one was captured. No. That's the Stura Mill I'm thinking of. I know a couple of these were captured, and they had like a bunch of stripes on the barrel where kill marks. These things kicked some Soviet ass. I'm just saying, they're really good defense tanks. You can see it's just gonna roast anything in front of it, and not much the Soviets had to penetrate 200 millimeters of armor. Yeah, that's right, the armor. Yeah, check out this armor. Not that armor. Right here. All right, so you have 200 at the front. If you're looking straight at it, 200. Lots of things at tier 8, 9, and 10 have a lot more than 200 millimeters of penetration, especially with premium. So, why get this tank if it has more armor than the Jagdpanther 2, but still doesn't have enough to adequately fight 9s and 10s? Well, you'll be surprised. I've actually bounced quite a bit of things in this, but there's tank stores out there that just go right through it. Like, they don't give a shit if you're a Ferdinand. They go right through you. They don't care. Your side armor is 90, I believe. I can't tell exactly, but you have that little flat part right there, and your lower glacis is 90. So watch that lower glacis. Just watch your hull in general. Then you have these little flat parts right here if you angle the tank. But if you're hull down and all they see is your fighting compartment front, that little part that's angled up there with the gun is, with your cheeks, you can angle, because these little things on the side don't matter anymore because they can't see that part. So you can angle. Just don't angle that much, because you can see the side of the fighting compartment is also that thin. So don't angle too much, but just enough to throw off their aim or their penetration. Again, same assortment of guns, but less packages. You have a terrible engine to start off with this thing. If you wanted more armor and a slower tank, you got it, because you have a tier 6 engine with 600 horsepower. 9 horsepower per ton. This thing is such a pain in the ass to drive with the stock engine. I hated it. I was like, yeah, I got the Ferdinand. Let's go. First game, I couldn't even turn, dude. It was so bad. What's the Traverse? Traverse is terrible. 18 degrees per second. I hated this thing when I first got it. I was like, alright, I should have got the Jagdpanther 2. This is way too slow for me. But then I got to looking at the packages. With the first package, you get the 105. That gun I told you I hated. And a better engine upgrade and better track upgrade. So you go from 16 degrees of traverse, or is it 18? I think it was 18. To 21, and you go from 600 horsepower to 670. It was a little bit better, but it was hard to notice a change. But the traverse was really needed, so I had to go with this package. Even though I hate that fucking gun, I just don't like that gun. It's just not. No, I had a lot more fun with the 88 whenever I was trying to get up to this package, which is the mouse gun package, and a lot better engine. You go from 670 to 840. Once you get this package, you'll have a field day. I had a lot of fun in this tank once I got this package, and I flew to the Jagdtiger. It was so much fun. You're really maneuverable, so you can like move like at the last second, throw off their shot, and it bounces, and you're like, hey, yeah, aim right back at them. Mouse gun right to the face. It just does so much damage with so much penetration. 246 penetration with 490 average damage with 5 shots per minute. It was just so much fun. I loved it. But this choice of these two tanks are up to you. Same guns. One's just got more armor, less maneuverability, and one's got less armor, more maneuverability, and more stealth. So if you're a stealthy, maneuverable player, go for the Jagdpanther 2. If you like to bounce a couple shots here and there, Ferdinand's Ferdinand is your elephant. It was also called the elephant on the field. But anyway, I digress. Then you get the Jagdtiger, which is where I'm at now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, back on Malinovka, and it is a tier 9 battle. Plenty of tier 8s to fuck up on. If we don't get roasted early on here. As you can see, there's plenty of tier 8s, not many tier 7s, but some tier 7s in general. We're going to go to the left side here and find us a bush to shoot across the open field here, because the right side usually has a big congestion of tanks on top of that hill for control of it. If I go up there, I'm just going to get hit by artillery and shot in low glaciers. It's just not going to be a fun time. If you go up to the hill in a tank store, you're not going to have a fun time. There's a good time. You're not going to have a good time. I think it's a fun time. It's from South Park. But I digress. Let's find us a bush here. Look at that. Panzer IV doing just what we were going to do. Find a good bush to chill out in. TD like on the little thing of land right there. There's antenna just boing around. Panzer IV. Something right there too. All side of them. Keep moving forward. Gotta get to cover here. Don't want to get caught out in the open. MX-13.
Target locked.
Be a hard shot if we did hit him. What's that TD? Can't see that TD. I'm trying to hit him though. Ah, he's moving up. Just saw him for a second. What's this thing? I actually want to fight too. Aha!
Ready to fire on target.
Roasted! Get shit on. Alright. ISU 152's down. There's another tank store, another Panzer IV. We're gonna come around on this side. Don't want to crowd our friend over there. 1390? Hey. Damn, too much lead. He was like, oh shit! There's heavies back there. I can't see them. They're out of range. We can try to hit them though. Oh. You get the fuck out of there.
Looks like that one went right through.
Nice shot, reloading. Nice, he's out of view range. There's a heavy right here. I could hit that. A bit further
Ready
back.
to fire.
There he is. Shit. I didn't think he'd come into view range. Damn, he's getting shit on. There's a heavy tank at the bay. Ooh, hello. 295.
Target locked.
Let's track him really quick.
We
Damn.
didn't penetrate their armor.
Shot went high. Stop right there, Sunshine, so we can penetrate your side armor here. I want to track him, damage for my team, but take the safe shot and just do damage. He's turning. I could hit that lower glacis and do damage, but it's a fucking 500 meter shot here. Damn it. Now he turns. You get lots of shot out. Oh, roasted. You get lots of shots out.
Ready to fire on target.
Oh, fuck. As you can see, the reload's not really bad. Nor is it really good, but you do a lot of damage in rapid succession.
Target locked.
Can I hit that? There's no way. Ah, it would have hit. Ooh. There's a TD behind him.
Ready to fire.
He's way back there. We're gonna push forward. Just kind of run across this open field here. As you can see, there's a lot of tanks at the top of the map. With that close truck of tanks I told you would be there. I should go back and defend that, but we got lots of tanks back there. We should be able to do something about it. And this medium tank's just kind of sitting here. He's on low health. He needs somebody to go up and spot for him. So I'll be the judge of that. I'll go up and do the heavy tank's dirty work. Detected. Ooh. Hey, friend.
Ready to fire on target.
Yeah, spotted target hit. Took a track shot there. It's Tiger 2 back there. How fast our track repairs. It's so glorious.
They found us.
How did that not hit, man? Alright, we are out in the open here. We need to move. We're getting lucky with all these bounces. Artillery!
We're immobilized.
That hurt a lot. Pray that ammo rack really quick.
Back in order.
Start firing this Tiger too.
Let's go.
Side of the turret. Good shot there. Move. Don't want to get pounded by Artie again. Good. Tiger 2's down. Let's turn to shoot at the motherland.
We've got a lock.
Oh, I can't see him. Let's go for Artie. Payback's a bitch, and so am I. There's water in front of me. Fuck. Hello there, chap. Oh, motherland's in sight.
Ready to fire on target. Penetration.
Nice. Good little thing of damage there. Now these two Arties are in a platoon. Both tier 8. So we're gonna get shotgunned, double trouble.
Locked on.
Or we can do this. Or we can hit the dirt because we're gung ho on it.
Been detected.
Where's the other Artie?
We've reached the enemy
Ah.
base.
Get in there. Damn it. Now we got spotted damage for him. Good game, good game. 5 hits, 1 kill.
Great job, man.
It's good, it's Gucci, it's Gucci. They only got 4 kills on us. Not bad. Lost silver. Holy shnikes. Did use a repair kit. 2,000 damage, 960 blocked. Middle of the team, but didn't get in the action as much as I wanted to. Panzer IV, our buddy in the German tank, going ham with almost 5,000 damage. This is a Tiger II chassis. As you can tell, it's Tiger II, not E75. I thought it was an E75 back in the day. Developed from the fall of 1943 through the spring of 1944, mass-produced from July 1944 until the end of the war, with a total of almost 80 vehicles manufactured. They fought primarily on the Western Front. These things were actually built, and they actually did hold the 128mm gun like they intended. 870 horsepower. Right now, with fully upgraded. The fully upgraded has 870. I'm not sure if it has 870 all the way through it, but you get this gun. Let's look at the packages. All right. So we start off with the mouse gun that you had on the last tank. It automatically gets a mouse gun. At this tier, you know, it's a mouse gun, so it's got good penetration. It's a good, still good gun, but not as good as the one you get fully upgraded. You upgrade from I'm not sure how much horsepower it had whenever it started, but you have 870 here. We have 870 here, so. Horsepower didn't change from here to here. We just have a radio increase from tier 6 to tier 9. There's no tier 10 radios, is there? I don't think there is. But you get this 128mm Pack 44/2 L61 gun. 276mm of penetration with standard ammunition. 352 with a PCR. 560 average damage with 5.26 rounds per minute. Pretty good. I enjoy this tank. Pretty good damage output, but good penetration, good hard hitting, and the armor's good. The armor's good. Traverse is 21, just like the Ferdinand, fully upgraded. Let's take a look at the armor. It's a Tiger II chassis. Tiger II is at tier 8 with good angling. You can actually bounce quite a few shots. Your lower glacis is weak, just like the Tiger II. So if they have shots at that lower glacis, they're going to penetrate at this tier, no matter how much you angle. Well, you can try your best. You can angle. You can bounce some shots off of it, but not many. Just hide that lower plate, and the upper plate is, I'm not sure how exactly thick it is. Like I had this armor viewer, and you can't tell the exact thickness. You just know a certain range, which is pretty annoying, but. It's okay. It's better than nothing. So you have a Tiger II chassis, so you have the same armor that you had at tier 8. It's just a little bit worse now since it's a higher tier, and you'll see tier 9s every single game. But if you can get hold down, you can be almost impenetrable because there's 300mm of armor at the front. No, it's 270. It's 270. Yeah, the other one's 300. 270 at the firing compartment here. So 270 there. And if you angle when you're hull down, well, you don't need to be hull down. You just need to hide that lower plate. You can angle with this thing. It's just like a Tiger II. It's got good angling. You know, you can angle just like that and increase your effective thickness. And your gun is just insane. I love the gun. It's really accurate. It's really long, really accurate. So the shell velocity is really good. You don't have to give much lead. What is the exact accuracy here? 0.33. I like it. Gun depression's okay with 7 degrees. Reload time is 11 seconds. Yeah, this gun is just really good. It's the same. It's the equivalent to the gun that you have on the Waffenträger E100. Same penetration, same damage output. It's just not an autoloader. It's just a conventional tank. So this is the tank I have now. It's fully upgraded. I really enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. But now the crown jewel of the line, the Jaegeru, the Jagdpanzer E100.
Just look at this. Almost 8 tons of German high alloy steel. A threat to any enemy. The most powerful gun in World of Tanks. Thousands dream of it. Millions tremble before it.
Look at this beast. This amazing beast. It's an E100 chassis, as you can tell by the name and the side skirts and there's the familiarity here. Familiarity. The E100 was conceived as a basis for an artillery, an anti-aircraft vehicle, and a tank store. However, the development was never started. You get a 170mm gun, Pak 46. 25, we'll say 26-second reload. This thing is almost the equivalent to the Death Star. I have its exact penetration and damage and stuff here on this paper, because you have to average it out. Like you go over here and you see the damage and the penetration, and it has like a range. Well, you take that and you divide it and you get the average. So I know the penetration, I know the damage, the average damage. But you get this 170mm gun, and it's just deadly. Like, and you have a lot of armor with the Death Star. You know, this thing's comparable with the Death Star because it's got a really fucking huge gun. Death Star can one-shot you. This thing can one-shot you if you're not careful. The Death Star has a bigger gun, does a little bit more damage, but it doesn't have the adequate armor like this thing does. This thing's an E100 in retrospect. You know, it's an E100 with a giant ass gun without a turret. You know, so let's look at the armor here. It's just like an E100 on the chassis, just like an E100. So you guys know the E100. You know the lower glacis is weak. You know, and you got the what, I forgot how much exactly is on the front, but up here with that angle, you have 300mm of armor there. And if you angle, you increase that to even more. Just gotta watch out, don't angle too much, because your side armor, where is it? Here it is. Your side armor's not too great. Don't angle too much, don't over angle, but this right here is really thick. An E100 can penetrate that with heat though. Lots of things can penetrate that with heat though. So just be careful. Careful what you do. So this thing is like a Death Star's uncle, but a lot fatter. It's actually maneuverable too. Have you seen these things drive around? It's not like a T-95. It's maneuverable. It's armored. It's got a really giant ass gun. Now, when I say maneuverable, I don't mean like a T-10 maneuverable. It's not that maneuverable, but it's okay. I'm working to get this thing right now. I've seen this thing in many gameplay. I've seen people love it. Just the gun, everyone trembles before. Let's look at the exact numbers here on my paper. The DPM is 2,451 damage per minute. Penetration average is 299. Let's look at this really quick. Ammunition, 299 with standard ammunition. Standard ammunition, 299. I don't have it, so I can't see what the premium ammunition has. Like, all I can see is the regular ammunition and the high explosive there, and I have to average those numbers to get the exact number. So 299 with regular ammunition. Anyone out there have the Jaegeru can tell me, or put it in the comments of this video, how much penetration the premium ammunition has. Please let me know, because that has to be a huge ass number. And then your accuracy is 0.35, and your aim time is 2.7, with a good crew, you can knock those things down and make them even better. I have a pretty good crew on my Yak Tiger, so yeah, it's going to be really, really awesome. So this is my best line. My best tank storyline. This tank storyline, let's back out here. This tank storyline has a good average of everything. Good average of armor. A good average of maneuverability. At times. A good average of guns. It's not far to the right or far to the left. Far to the left being those low hit British tanks that have a really high fire rate and do no damage, and the far right being things like the 704 that do like astronomical amounts of damage in one shot at tier 9. Now the tier 10, you could argue, is one of those things that are far to the right because they can do a lot of damage, but the way up there isn't the case on the way up there. So this is my pick. Let me know what you all think about my pick. If you have any tank storylines you like better than this one, or you think I am wrong, please let me know in the comment section below. But I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all decide to go down my tank store line. I just really enjoy it. I've seen it. It's just a good middle ground. There's no special skills you need to use these tanks besides angling, but that's not really that special. No like advanced stealth like you need with the RMB. The RMB requires stealth. If you get on a city map with no bush, you're dead as hell. But with these things, you can bounce shots and you can take cover behind some bushes if you find a good bush. Like in this Yak Tiger, I found plenty of bushes, and I've rained hell on a lot of tanks. Like I just finished the game earlier. Here it is, Steeple Ridge. Yeah. This is my warm-up game. And I did 4,725 damage. I blocked 390 because I was like in a bush the whole game. High caliber, all that shit. So, best tank storyline. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Sarge here, and we will be finishing this video at, 50 minutes? It's not going to be the actual video length because I do cut out some things, and I'll probably put each battle in between each 3 tanks so it's not like absurdly boring. Alright, hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope I pleased you by providing what you want. Tell me what you want in the comment section if you want something special, like a best medium tank line, because I haven't played many medium tanks. But best heavy tank, well, no, I did that. No, that's best heavy tank. That's best tank line for noobs, not the best heavy tank in general. So yeah, just let me know if you want to see something specific in the comment section, and I'll try to get it to you within the next week before my gold runs out. Hope you all are having a great Monday. I'm Sarge, signing out.